Game you'll have to go out and play with Kilkenny different tactics. They're a different team. Their back line seems to be mark a lot tighter than the Tipperary backs, and hopefully we'll be able to put them between the posts the next day.
Richie Burke, Galway goalkeeper, looking forward to the big day, of course, on Sunday, but not your first involvement with the Galway senior team in an All-Ireland final.
No, I'm on the panel now since 1989, and I've played in 91 and 92 and this year, and like it is everybody's dream, like to get to an All-Ireland final and to win one, and hopefully someday we'll come away with the cup. If you make one slip up, it can cost you your place on a team, and you could have good days and bad days, but people seem to always remember the bad days, and like it isn't a nice place to play, and it's not a nice place to make a mistake. You could make a slip up out the field and to go unnoticed, and you could always recover, but in goals, one slip up and people will always seem to remember it.
Ken Hogan, your opposite number in the semi-final, would know all of that to his cost. With that in mind, going into a big game, would you be particularly nervous, even more so than other players?
Not really, no. Like, you just have to concentrate on your own game and get your own game right, and if you get the first ball is mainly the most important ball, and if you get that right, your confidence kind of seems to go all right, you know.
Seeing that a lot of their forwards are a bit on the small side, the ball is coming in very low to them, and it's their aim is to be out in front of the back, which makes our job an awful lot harder. Really, if they get the ball in their hand, there isn't much you can do. So we'll have to try and cut off the supply that's coming from midfield and the half-forward line. Other than that, we probably would be in a lot of trouble, as Wexford probably found out to their cost.
I suppose it's the other side of the coin, in the sense that Kilkenny are a bit worried about having a man mark Joe Rabbit, who will always be smaller than him because Joe's so big. You're likely to be marking a player who's been much smaller than you, but also nippier, closer to the ground.
Well, I prefer to be marking a big man, personally, but you just take them in every size. Like, I can't pick and choose who I'm marking, really, you know.
I'm sure, though, you're more than happy to be marking anybody in this year's All-Ireland final.
I'm delighted to be in the All-Ireland final, Michael, to be honest with you. Like, it's a dream come true for us this year, because really when we were starting out, we didn't expect to be here. Now that we're here, we'll hopefully go on and win it.
We're very confident with our team. We picked a good team, I think, for the Tipperary game. They all performed very well, and we're sticking with the same 15. That's not to say that we have strength in the panel as well. We have very good subs, and they're all there ready to come in at a moment's notice.
Nobody wants to be in a loser's dressing room, any person, especially coming off Croke Park, really. And you know, I mean, the older guys know that as well. And I mean, there's such a difference between winning and losing. But at the end of the day, it's a game of sport. We all enjoy, we meet good friends and all the rest of it. But you know, it's fantastic to win.
The rival views for this year's All-Ireland Hurling Decider. Let me leave you with a reminder that you can see a further preview tomorrow afternoon in Sports Stadium at 12:40. And then on Sunday, for the big day itself, we'll be on the air live from 12:30 with coverage, remember, of both Galway and Kilkenny in minor as well as senior. Sunday night, the Sunday game, 8 o'clock, we'll have a review of the big match, and we'll also be naming our man of the match from the 1993 All-Ireland Hurling Final.
Extensive coverage of the big game to look forward to on Sunday. And before we sign off from Sportsworld, just a reminder that Sports Stadium tomorrow has athletics from Brussels, which includes Sonny O'Sullivan at the 3,000 metres. There's also racing from Haydock and Kempton, highlights from the European club competitions with Cork City and Shelbourne in action, plus of course a further preview of Sunday's hurling final, and the programme kicks off at 12:30. And from Sportsworld for another Friday evening, it's time to bid you good night, Slán.